have is Parshas Vayigash. Over here we have finally the beginning of Sefer Shemais and the end of the saga with Yosef and his brothers, where Yosef says, "Ani Yosef, and the brothers were planning on taking down the entire Egypt just because this monarch was messing with them." But there's a very big line here which all the Bali must tackle, and it's right at the beginning of the parsha. Yosef, before he tells them, I'm your brother. Then he was crying. It was quite dramatic. Before that, as Yehuda is planning on strategically dividing up the entire Egyptian empire between the 12 brothers, and they're just going to demolish it, Yosef says, "Look, you guys can go home. I'm going to hang on to Binyamin." This is what set off Yehuda. Yehuda said, "I can't do that. I'm sorry. That's not an option." Reuven tried getting Yaakov to send Binyamin, but Yaakov didn't trust him. He said, "Look, he's my kid too," and Reuven wasn't connecting. He wasn't offering what Yaakov needed to hear. Yehuda said, "My Elam Abba is on the line. Binyamin's coming home." So now when Yosef says, "Binyamin's with me," so first Yehuda says, "Why is this guy messing with us? It's not because of the chait of selling Yosef, because Binyamin wasn't there. Also, I need to get Binyamin home, right?" Yosef is out. So Yehuda tells Yosef, "Eich el avi, how am I going to go up to my father? Hana'ar nenuiti." And the Nar, referring to Binyamin, Pashup Pshat, isn't going to be with me. But Meir Pamishlan says, Moridiga Musar. And there's a lot of different angles. The Shurim has one that, Eich el avi, how am I going to go up to my father in heaven? How am I going to, after Meir Esrim, how am I going to come up to the Banu Shalom? Hana'ar nenuiti. So the Admor Miger says that my Averis from my Naras, from when I was a Nar, how can I go up with those to the Banu Shalom without having dealt with my Averis as a kid? How could it be that I die as a 120-year-old baby? But Meir Pamishlan says differently. He says, it's not about me. He says, how could I go up to the Banu Shalom Hana'ar and my children in Enuiti? They're not following him in the derech that I taught them. They're not following me to you, the Banu Shalom. It's not easy, and we know that chinuch it's a three-part process: planting, building, and tefillah. At the end of the day, it's all b'yad Hashem. We have to daven. Tefillah is a massive component in our children. I know for a fact that things have happened in my life because of chesed. Like I don't deserve this, and it's just a chesed from one of my bubbies is 80s that were davening for me. My mother was davening for me, but it's a tremendous chesed. And there's a story about a kid who his parents got divorced and his mother remarried a guy, his stepfather, who didn't like him so much. This boy used to come to yeshiva, fifth grade, and he's sitting there. He was never really getting involved. The Rebbe tried to make kishmak and bring him in. He wasn't getting there. And when it got to Parshas Vayigash, the Rebbe said, Yosef tells the brothers, "Ani Yosef, and the brothers are like, "What? What was Yosef asking? All they were talking about this entire time is Tati this, Tati that, Tati this. We have to bring back Binyamin to his father. We know that his Avi is very much chai." So he asked the class. The Rebbe asked his 5th grade class, what was Yosef asking for the first time that year? This boy raises his hand, little Maishala. The Rebbe says, "Maishala, what do you have?" And with tears rolling down his face, little Maishala says, Yosef is asking. I know what Yosef is asking. Yosef is asking, is my father still alive? Does my father still care about me after years of being away? Is he still going to want to talk to me even though I'm Egyptian? Does he still think about me? Maybe he knew that Moshe was talking about. He was talking autobiographically. I was walking out of the house today, closed the door, and I hear my kid is crying from behind the door, so I come running back in to make sure he's okay. And he's standing there crying. I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I need a hug." Of course I'm going to give you a hug. So I'm telling you, I've never felt better in my life having someone crying. It was amazing. And he just he snuggled into me, and with tears rolling down his face, I felt like I was his rock, The Baruch Shalom wants to talk to us. that's like the greatest feeling in the world, when your kid comes at you and says, I just need a hug. If we do that, then we come back to the Rebbeinu Shalom, and Be'ez Hashem, all of our children, all of our Narim, all the generations following us, will walk with us into Gan Eden, into the Kisei HaKavod. We'll be able to listen to Shiurim from Moshe Rabbeinu and Rabbi Akiva together. Be'ez Hashem. Hey, Good Shabbos.